The seas around these Antarctic islands are strewn with ice. The pack ice that litters the surface is frozen seawater and in winter forms a solid cover to the sea. The icebergs are different. They're made of fresh water and have broken away from glaciers flowing into the sea. And this is the source of those bergs, the edge of a glacier. Beyond it, the continent of Antarctica. It's huge, bigger than the whole of Europe, and for the most part, it seems totally devoid of life. But not all of Antarctica is covered by snow and ice. In parts of the interior, there are valleys where almost no snow ever falls. This is as desolate a part of the Earth as exists. The cold is extreme. It's drier even than the center of the Sahara. It's dark for half the year, and it's scarred by a never-ending, howling wind. And the wind has been responsible for these carvings in the solid granite. Crystals of salt form beneath tiny flakes on the surface and grow slowly, but so powerfully that particles are broken loose. The wind then sweeps them up and hurls them at the rock face, eroding it still further. Desolate though this waste of shattered rocks may seem, there is life even here. Algae. Beneath the stone, the wind doesn't dry it out, and it's protected from the worst of the cold. And it gets the light it needs to grow through the translucent rock. There are also green patches actually within the rock. Algae have penetrated the microscopic spaces between the rock's constituent particles and there managed to grow. Glaciers flow down these dry valleys, fed by the ice cap that covers the center of the continent. They're among the most swiftly moving of any in the world, advancing as much as 300 feet in a year. And as they surge steeply downwards, their surface is torn into thousands of crevasses. During the summer, even though the winds are bitterly cold, the sun is sufficiently strong to melt a little of the glacier's surface. Where it accumulates in pools, blue-green algae grows vigorously, its dark color enabling it to absorb a high proportion of the sun's feeble heat. These pools and streams are the only places in all the interior of the Antarctic continent where life flourishes in any abundance. The Earth, right at the beginning of the history of life, before any higher plants or any animals had appeared, must have looked something like this. Yet here, mysteriously, lie the corpses of large animals. A crab-eater seal. It looks comparatively fresh, but in fact, examination of its tissues show that it is about 300 years old. This extreme climate has freeze-dried it. It must have lost its way, perhaps because of sickness, and misguidedly crawled up here from the coast 25 miles away.